In another episode of News Tonight at 10. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Pangom Galo Mohammed is already with us here on sign language. First though, let's look at the top stories.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Our headlines tonight: security in Mityana briefs Snoop leaders on guidelines on holding rallies. FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi pledges to fight corruption and channel recovered funds into agriculture. NRM National Vice Chairperson for Northern Uganda Hamson Aboud tips losers in the primaries. And lastly, cranes in Botswana for the CAF 2026 World Cup qualifiers.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
And into the news, security operatives in Mityana district have met and briefed National Unity Platform leaders on the guidelines for holding their rallies ahead of the party's presidential candidate's visit to the area. By this evening, the venue for the main rally had been shifted from Mityana Saza grounds in the town center of Busubizi Playground in Tam Division.
According to Mityana Deputy RDC Prosimo Njozi, the district security team resolved to change the venue to avoid disrupting business activities in the busy town.
Whereby the venue that suggested Saza Ground, which is in the middle of the town, and the Musaja Talema venue, whereby we have written back to them when we are informing them that venue we had decided as security, which is always a playground. In Saza Ground, it is in the middle of the town. It is near many installation places like prisons, hospital, schools. If we allow them to access that place, so if we allow them to go on with their activity, which means that everyone will not work. The schools will not work. It will inconvenience the hospitals. So as security, we have guided them on the venue or where they are going to host their candidate.
Mwanjuzi explained that Mityana is a commercial hub and not everyone is expected to attend the rally, hence the need to allow other residents to continue with their work safely.
So we request the organizers to cooperate with us. We don't want chaos in town. We don't want disorganization in town. So let's work together with security and we host our candidate successfully and he goes back successfully. For us, we are ready as security and we are ready to host Bobby Wine and other candidates in Mityana. So what we don't want these guys on motorcycles to come in large number to enter in the district.
She also cautioned NUP members from other districts against escorting Robert Kyagulanyi to Mityana, saying the district already has enough supporters to receive him. Security has further designated specific routes that Kyagulanyi must use during his campaign trail through Mityana.
Already we have our people around. Let them welcome their president, let them welcome their candidate. But those ones who are coming from outside Mityana, we are not going to tolerate them.
Meanwhile, several NUP supporters in the area have expressed excitement and readiness to welcome their candidate.
Now, relatedly, National Unity Platform concluded its regional campaign trail in Busoga, rallying support for its NUP ends and, of course, Busoga campaign trail amid cheers and complaints from presidential candidate Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu. There were incidences of blocked routes and cancelled rallies.
Despite facing blocked routes and cancelled rallies, including one in Iganga district, Chagulanyi managed to address supporters across several districts, spreading his message of change and empowerment.
Campaign, we are heading to what we call protest vote. Heading to protest vote is not helping Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu as a person. Because Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu as a person is he has everything that he
The campaign kicked off in Jinja district, where Chagulanyi launched his manifesto before massive crowds, then proceeded to Bujiri, Kamuli, Luka, Namayingo, and Kaliro, among others. He condemned what he termed unfair treatment by security officers and revealed that NUP had petitioned the Electoral Commission over the disruptions.
You have seen that we've been blocked from using the main roads by the police. It is unfair, it is illegal, blocked from using the main roads and going through the township. However, that was an advantage in one way or another. They wanted to push us off the main roads and ensure that they take so much of our time where we are supposed to travel for 20 minutes. We end up traveling for hours, 2-3 hours. But since the bias and the one-sidedness of not just the police or the military, but also the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission continues to be silent when we are harassed, when we are blocked from campaigning.
Because you see our rallies, it's not that we are offering food, it's not that we are offering any allowances, it's not that we have anything we are offering them, but they are interested in knowing what is it that the National Unity Platform is going to put forward. So for me, from my analysis, I can say that there's been a very big turn-up, that people have been very welcoming and they understand what it is that we stand for. Even the most important is the fact that we've taken time to analyze and understand the place that we're in. Busoga is one of the regions that we would expect to be among the richest because, I mean, they are so blessed with the source of the Nile, this is where electricity is born, they have sugarcane. We'd expect them to be a very industrious city. We'd expect them to be getting a little.
Chagulanyi pledged to return to areas he was denied access to, including several landing sites, as residents cheered him on in large numbers.
We thank the people of Busoga for welcoming us massively, for showing us support, and for promising us to be agents wherever we've been, because that is what we've been asking them to do. I also appreciate my family in Busoga for the blessing and good welcome. The people of Uganda, that we shall come back and talk to them physically. We are going to run this campaign on morality and on adherence with the law.
Now, the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has conducted rallies in Bunyangabo and Kasese districts aimed at amidst a tight security that drew large crowds. Addressing supporters at the Rugendabara Town Council in Busongora, North Kasese district, Mafabi pledged to fight corruption and channel recovered funds into boosting the agricultural sector.
The FDC flag bearer kicked off his campaign trail on Sunday afternoon with a rally in Bunyangabu, where security personnel guided his team on how to conduct their activities within the law.
The way we want an open place. Otherwise, it is very bad. People on the road. Yes. There is a problem. Let me clear. Let them clear the road, then we go here. Otherwise, we are going to crash. I'm telling you.
Mafabi's convoy, escorted by police patrols and drones, moved smoothly along the Fort Potom Pondwe Road as supporters joined in a spirited procession. Gendabara Town Council, Mafabi was joined by FDC flag bearers from Kasese and was symbolically handed a shield and spear as a sign of trust and unity.
Noningabu eikakangana yaga and ebyosi ebisibu bya Uganda ulebe yengo kwa ukebe kola erituka 2026 bamatasha kuhambya eritumu erekakangana yaga and ebirwanisho ebeshanzishe Uganda ni watu amabiwatia and ni wawuketa shatulwira. One Uganda, one people. Nakanandara
engabo ngende ekore milimo jamwe ja Uganda kore tebanga lya fuliba bulungi to work for your country Uganda.
He reaffirmed his commitment to tackling corruption and investing in agriculture to uplift rural livelihoods.
It coffers, but the misuse is the biggest problem.
Atina lwakanza elibakanganindya government ya Uganda inaute sente aliwe chitsibu chilindi abandu abali mu government sente bakasikolesa yafa.
All those have gone up because we have invested 10% in agriculture. We shall have enough tax base. So instead of charging you 30% as tax, the tax will come down between 5 to 10%.
Atikundi
Mafabi is expected to continue his campaign on Monday in Fort Poto City.
Thank you very much, there, Sudat Kaye. Now, the Alliance for National Transformation, presidential candidate General Mugisha Muntu has promised to support tea and coffee farmers through cooperatives. Now, Muntu was campaigning in Shema district, where he told the gathering that in advocating for cooperatives, Muntu aims to improve the livelihoods of farmers within the region.
Municipality, oye!
Awoye oye! Shema oye! Enti oye! PFF oye! Dorini Zima oye! Tuwena tuwe korahans yamatek. Kana wiri nubzakwi echunu chibo. Chitachine mire. Ranga ya tutiremba wazi kihanga. Yanjiremba wazi. Kana mwanyi chirizamu numwija kuchireba nichiba omuhango dona ntungana mishoke braji abenji nimbachira bukuru nimbachiza experience nimbachiza n'imyaka ndarebere mutakareba kandi ndebe yo misho abinje birukusha emutakureba yarakangirira imbabazi nintera tocho mu kintu nkireba nkimanye mwegende sere.
Now, NRM internal election, losers who intend to contest as independents in the upcoming national elections risk missing out on any future presidential appointments. This warning was issued by the NRM National Vice Chairperson for Northern Uganda, Hamson Abor. He was meeting party leaders in Gulu City.
The meeting convened in Gulu converged the NRM leaders from Acholi sub-region who were strategizing ahead of President Museveni's campaign visit in mid-October. The NRM flag bearers were concerned about internal election losers threatening to stand as independents in the 2026 general elections.
We want the NRM to win at all levels. Why do you want to give room to an opposition? Why do you want to give room to an independent? One woman to me, jegele me bacha yellow, kubeki jegele mengo, me bach.
Obua appealed to those who lost in the internal party elections to remain loyal to the party and support the official flag bearers or risk being sidelined in the presidential appointments.
When you insist and you contest, when you insist and you contest, by God's grace, you lose. In future, if there is any consideration by our Father, just like the Bible says, in our Father's house, there are rooms. If you are not considered, please, forgive our Father. Forgive our Father.
The NRM Secretary General Richard Todong urged the leaders to strengthen mobilization efforts to ensure President Museveni garners over 85% of the vote.
The party has acknowledged that the party structures should be the ones to conduct campaigns for all our flag bearers. And because of that, we are briefing them and giving them that instructions that they are in charge of their districts and the votes from their districts will be secured by them and be protected by them. Right from the villages, parishes, sub-counties, town councils, divisions, cities, they are the ones in charge of the campaigns.
Leaders from the Choli sub-region outlined the reasons for their support to NRM.
And because of the cattle rustlers' activities, they've been killing people, raiding animals, so people left their land sometime back, way back before I was born. But because of the good leadership of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as I talk now, majority of people have now gone back to their land because Museveni has restored peace in the sub-region. And as we talk now, that land is very productive.
The most experienced person in East Africa, in Africa, well over. I'm happy to have him as our flag bearer for the President of the Republic of Uganda, representing the NRM flag. And no doubt, he will make it again for the 5 years to be our next president.
A few days you've been here, we move day and night without fear that anybody will attack you, anybody will snatch anything from you. It is a very peaceful place. In terms of development, for those who have just come, you can move around Gulu City. It has one of the best road networks in the region. In terms of infrastructure development, still the road network is good. You've seen the road between Pakwach to Nebi, it's being worked on, and a big portion is already completed. The road between Koboko and Yumbe is being worked on. Between Yumbe and Moyo is being worked on. The road between Gulu here linking us to Ajumani is already worked on, first class tarmac. And in terms of connecting the region, I think we are doing well.
Philip Aguta for UBC News in Gulu.
The National Resistance Movement NRM, in partnership with the Patriotic League of Uganda PLU Toro chapter, has launched a joint mobilization campaign dubbed Tuko Pamoja, aimed at rallying 90% support for President Yoweri Museveni ahead of the 2026 general elections. The initiative, launched at Nyaika Hotel in Fort Portal City, brought together party leaders, mobilizers and supporters from across the Toro sub-region.
The campaign emphasizes discipline, loyalty and grassroots mobilization to reinforce NRM's vision of peace, democracy and socio-economic transformation.
NRM and PLU, we have to work as a team since we are all being mentored by one great mentor, the National
we safeguard the gains that the President and the NRM and all the lovers of the country have been able to achieve.
If we combine and we join our structures, it will be very easy to achieve 90%. We need one voice. It will require us to have one voice so that we don't contradict in the community. Tukina kumobilizinga kyaro muruka gombora district to district. Okorora to mobilizinga NRM. Structures.
Gilbert Kayondo, a youth mobilizer under PLU, hailed the growing partnership between NRM and PLU as a reflection of strong political unity under President Museveni's leadership.
So we want to protect the gains. The gains, number one, is of singing. When we're talking about security, of education, turamuzeya kuzile bintu bya maani muno improvingire kusoma kwa bana. Please do not keep quiet. Do not let it go just like that. Let the world know what Mzee has done. And the things that he has done, nibyegambira byonka omuntu nabirora kandi nabikwataho. You can feel what Mzee has done.
Oweekitiibwa Henry Basaliza Mutegeki pledged to intensify voter education and urged members to remain united and focused, describing President Museveni as a symbol of continuity, peace and national progress.
This is the time that we need to join hands and work together and make sure that the future of Toro is bright.
Fort Portal City Deputy RCC Businge Emmanuel called upon mobilizers to counter opposition propaganda while echoing NRM's achievements.
If you have to compare what has been achieved as a party, then our grade is so high. So I call upon you, as people, as members of PLU and NRM, to amplify the information about what we have attained. With that, I think the campaign is going to be easy for you as NRM and now PLU on board.
The NRM and PLU will hold a joint mobilization rally on October 25th in Fort Portal City.
NRM na PLU tuko pamoja.
Now, the Bishop of Bunyoro Kitara Diocese, Right Reverend Jacob Atairueho, has urged aspiring candidates for various political positions to desist from the acts of violence and sectarian campaigns. The bishop called on politicians to promote peaceful campaigns and reconcile with their opponents instead of fueling hatred.
He made the remarks during his pastoral visit to Gagad SS, where he blessed senior 4 candidates and officiated the confirmation of over 500 students into the Anglican Church.
All the people of Uganda, as we go through this time of elections, knowing that these are ending here. In heaven, when we go, there will be no president, but all of us will go, will be children of God, who will go to worship the Lord. Okay? So as we prepare, as we do practice what we'll be doing in heaven there is peace, there is joy. So let us preserve the peace.
The bishop further cautioned residents of Gagadi against immoral behavior, including adultery and drug abuse, which he said hinders community growth.
Presidential candidates have started their campaigns, but so far, so good. And we're praying that this will continue. Praying that this continues until we finish the elections next year. At all levels, we are praying for peace.
The head teacher of Gagadi SS, Ramadan Nyondo Barongo, appealed to politicians to lobby for more support for the school.
The bishop has given us a very good message, has guided the students, has guided everybody, and we are indeed grateful because he has performed those functions up to the end.
God, will you support and pray for?
Now, students gear up for the final exams. A retired 3rd Bishop of Luweero Diocese, Elder Chironde Nsubuga, has urged candidates that exams mark a new beginning. He advised them to have courage and faith. This was during the dedication service at Ndeje Secondary School, where teachers also encouraged Senior 4 students to carry forward the values that shape success.
I'm focusing mostly on the candidates. To give you a very brief context of this verse, no, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. St. Paul wrote these words to remind the believers that their victory is not measured by earthly comfort, but by unbreakable bond they share with Christ.
As you're moving towards exams, reconcile with your friends. Discipline is crucial for anybody who wishes to excel in life. You have to avoid getting in trouble with your parents, school authorities, and your friends. Avoid being on the wrong side of the law.
Character and discipline is key. It is character that will make you survive in any part of this world. You are leaving the school as ambassadors. You are going to represent us. Their values you've shared, their values you've emulated, their values you've picked from this setting. They will stay with you forever.
We have had our fair share of challenges, complexities, and we have overcome all obstacles in our academic pursuits. In spite of these challenges, let's applaud God, whose love has never failed us, supporting us every step.
Now, Buloba Christian High School in Mukisu District recently hosted a dedication prayer ceremony for Senior 4 and 6 students, bringing together students, teachers and representatives from various religious affiliations, including Catholic, Muslim and the Church of Uganda. The event aimed to seek divine guidance and protection as the students prepare for their exams.
Will he not rather say to him, prepare supper for me, and put on your apron, and serve me, till I eat and drink, and afterwards you shall eat and drink?
The message I gave to our candidates in Buloba Christian High School, we read from the book of John, chapter 14, verse 26.
We have prepared our students enough. We've had enough tests. We taught to them. We finished the syllabus. So we are sure these kids shall be able to attempt exams. We have not stopped there, but we have stocked all our laboratories with the computer laboratory. We have stocked enough computers. When it comes to the other labs, we have stocked enough chemicals. So we shall be able to handle our numbers very well, and they will lack nothing. And we are sure we shall achieve our goal.
So I'm encouraging the candidates to be firm, to be courageous and determined, not to fear, because the Lord has told us that the Lord is speaking to them this afternoon, that is going to give them victory, so long as they put their trust in the Lord.
It is today that we have had our dedication ceremony. I'm very happy about what the administration has done to bring for us different leaders from different denominations, like the Muslims, the Christians, the Anglicans, to dedicate us to God. And we are very much more prepared for our exams that are going to happen in the late October.
The school is embedded. As you know, we have the word Christian in us. We have had many discussions. We have had many prep times, facilitations. Our directors endeavored to give us everything that we need in the school so that we can pass. And I thank him for that.
They have prayed for us. We are really happy, and our great expectations from the day of today, we are really sure that we are going to pass. We expect high success.
Now over to Nabamali. The Bishop of Mbale Diocese, Right Reverend John Wilson Nanda, has called on parents to give equal attention to both the boy and girl child in order to build strong families and have a balanced society.
We are seeing more of a girl child being raised higher, and the boy child, the graph is doing what is going down.
Officiating at the blessing of senior 4 and 6 candidates at Nabamali High School, Bishop Nanda noted that most parents focus on empowering girls, while boys are left to struggle without guidance, which affects their social behavior.
When you look at creation, God created man and later on created woman. So that means the girls that we are trying to advocate for, they will be married to the boys that we are leaving behind. So as we advocate for the girl child, I want to really encourage all our parents, the teachers, all those concerned to make sure that a boy child is also actually advocated for.
He urged candidates to stay focused and prepare for final exams.
We want to encourage our students not to relax. Students, you must make sure candidates, senior 4s and senior 6 candidates all over the country, we want to encourage you that the future of this country lies in your hands. And there is no way we shall actually hand over the future to you if you are not actually educated.
We have had assessments, we have had speed tests in and out of season almost every single term. We are somewhere and we are going to be producing the best as time goes on.
We are set for exams and we promise that we shall give all the best.
The head teacher, Margaret Nabude, said spiritual support instills confidence in the students.
We believe as a school and as staff we have prepared these candidates well and they are ready. They are ready to write their end of cycle exams and we believe that they are going to succeed.
The Bishop of Busoga Diocese, Paul, has reiterated efforts of reviving academic excellence in Busoga region. He was at Busoga College, Mwiri, during the dedication of students, where he commended the old boys for funding the construction of the iconic modern gate.
Good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you whenever you go.
The education sector still has its manpower. Most of the schools, not being unique, the teachers are not enough. You find you have about, like I have 70 teachers, but the government pays for 30. The parents, through PT and board, are paying for 40. So many schools are struggling like I'm doing. So it is high time the Ministry of Education worked with the Finance Ministry to allocate better and more resources so that schools receive more teachers paid by government. The best impression about the school, the entrance gives what you expect inside. At the same time, it's a line of security. So we are managing security, we are giving the first impression of what we are inside by having the best gate in the region.
Behind, this is a gate that we started early this year, and we are at 98%. We are soon completing it, a few things are remaining, but I want to take this opportunity to appeal to our great old boys that on 1st November, the old boys will be handing over this gate to the school. So I call upon all of you to come in big numbers and see that what we have managed to achieve in such a short time, being millions. Please come in big numbers and we hand over this to...
So being more from 300 to 1,000 has been good because that has helped us get more parents and some great people who have joined us here. And then the new gate, it was the power of the OBs.
The government must urgently put education first by paying teachers well and build more vocational schools to match the new curriculum. President of Uganda Comprehension and Composition Experts Society, Owia Daniel Oboth, has said Uganda can compete on the world stage, reaching development levels like China.
President of the Uganda Comprehension and Composition Experts Society, Owia Daniel Oboth, stresses the need to teach students in their local languages, backed by more books and qualified teachers from various tribes.
In China, the focus is put on their native language, and that is basically Chinese. But besides that, they have a lot of vocational training right from the time a child is born. The child is identified, is studied, and when their talent in a particular area is identified, that child is helped to develop that talent right from infanthood. So, if we adopt that arrangement, that system of having a lot of practical teaching, project work in schools, in addition to the local languages, we have teaching local language in Uganda. We shall have Uganda develop within a very short time.
But the challenge remains. Students will prefer English since exams are set in it.
But being skilled in different areas, creating more job makers, creators, instead of job seekers, will help us have Uganda at another level. So China is a very good example. There are also countries like Germany, of course, where teachers are given priority when it comes to payment of salaries. So I also want not to ask, but to request the government, emulate what is done in Germany. A teacher is the pillar of every nation that focuses on development.
Both made these powerful remarks at the finals of the English Comprehension and Composition competition held at Kampala International University, Kansanga.
I thank all the directors and head teachers of those schools that have taken part in this year's National Comprehension Contest. Today we had 20 schools invited to come for the finals, and by the grace of God, we have managed to get the best school in this year's National Comprehension Contest.
Out of 130 schools, only 20 reached the finals. Cornerstone Primary School, Mukono, and Mother Manjeri took top honors, winning brand new laptops.
The competition was interesting. It has taught me to be confident, and I have learned a lot. Active participation and critical thinking of questions.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalippagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripusi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyezi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth, in the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
The Afro-Arab Youth Council, in partnership with the government of Uganda, proudly presents the Afro-Arab Youth Congress 2025, happening from 7th to 10th October 2025 at Speak Resort Munyonyo under the theme, Amplifying Youth Voices for Peace, Unity and Prosperity. Join over 1,000 delegates from across Africa and the Arab world in this exhilarating event. The guest of honor is the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, alongside other heads of state from our Arab and African member countries. The guest speaker will be the Afro-Arab Youth Council President, His Excellency Abdul Hadi Lahwej.
In our next segment, the born-again pastors have been urged to pursue knowledge to improve their ministry. Pastor Daniel Kisa of Cornerstone New City Church in Bwebaja in Tebe Municipality, Wakiso District, told graduating pastors that theological studies empower them in their work of spreading the gospel.
Over 25 pastors graduated with certificates and diplomas in different disciplines, with most specializing in ministry and theology. The graduates have been studying at the Curry International University of Theology, a globally recognized institution headquartered overseas.
This is our third graduation. So we have been training pastors for the last 5 years. And for this particular graduation, we have over 25. And for both certificate and diploma.
According to Tim Beavis, the university was founded to equip pastors with both spiritual and academic skills needed to transform their ministries and communities.
Today we're celebrating just an incredible accomplishment in the lives of these dear pastors and leaders as we celebrate this graduation. It's really the culmination of a great deal of hard work, a great deal of study and of investment in the importance of leading a church in a healthy and biblical manner. I'm so excited as we celebrate this graduation today because these men and women have committed themselves. It's about bringing glory to Jesus.
Capacity of fellow ministers.
Our message is training is key in this day and age. And anointing is good, the gifting very good, but we have to be trained. We have to be, if we have a trained clergy, you know, our services, our ministry will change.
The newly graduated pastors shared words of encouragement with their congregation and colleagues.
I have spent 2 years when I've been coming here to study. And so far I've completed a certificate and I'm still proceeding with a diploma course.
I had the opportunity to meet several pastors who said God has anointed me enough. I don't need to go and sit and waste time, you know, reading what I already know. I must tell you, you know yet nothing. Here we are trained leadership, we are trained how to digest the Bible, how to understand the Word of God. Without understanding the Word of God, even if you perform miracle, you may end up missing going to heaven.
Now, Senior Presidential Assistant Special Duties Fiona Barungi has taken up the issue of land disputes between Emma Birungi and the land administrators David Luzige Dumba and Philip Dumba. She acted after Emma Birungi complained to her office that the administrators had evicted her from 6 acres of land in Seguku, Katale, Chengera Town Council.
Both parties went to the office of the Senior Presidential Assistant for a meeting, but heavy rain disrupted the session on the disputed land. But it was discovered that the village has 2 chairpersons. It was difficult to establish the legitimate leader.
No. When the land has a dispute, you're not supposed to bring anything.
The meeting was chaired by John Dan Mugarula from the Office of the Presidential Assistant. The first testimony was from Nakazi Agnes, who said she had lived on the land for 14 years before being violently evicted on orders from the administrators David Luzige Dumba and Philip Dumba. Nakazi's daughter, Emma Birungi, explained that the land was valued at 360 million shillings, of which she paid 180 million shillings initially and later added 50 million. She said this is where the conflict began. Emma appealed to the presidential AD for help to regain access to her land, noting that she is homeless despite having invested heavily in the property. She added that her efforts to seek help from the police and courts had been fruitless. The administrators led by David Luzige Dumba argued that Solomon, who sold the land to Arthur, no longer had any ownership in the family estate.
Not NTC, not social cause, why you cannot be evicted, arrested, by 2014, you remember, Teamua possession, Katiagamba, her security is to caveat it.
In report, Kolebwa Gabalaga check ground. By this date, Omuchala Gambia by 2015-20.
Ninga ground itajirina, but to take a kemisambo.
Seen her house in the area. Chairperson John Dan Mugarula informed Emma that she bought the land from wrong people and directed her to produce Arthur.
Did you sign on this agreement? Yes. So you never read the agreement? You wouldn't have actually, this bit was enough to say, no, I cannot invest in. Or you actually look for them, what is their interest before you go ahead to, and then they take you through. So even in their names that there was an encumbrance, I wish they were to say the encumbrance name, yet there was what? That's tricky in someone. But this one is so clear that there was encumbrance of David Luzige and Philip Ogenda. Meaning, these people had interest on the land that we are pursuing.
The senior presidential assistant Fiona Barungi assured Emma that she should not lose hope, promising to help her arrest Arthur and ensure that he refunds the money.
You can even search. I have seen all that. Is a mess. Have understood that she was cheated. Nyabo tactics z'abaland grabbers imba nnyo. Naye tekitegeeza nti togwa mumaanyi. Nashataho amatsiko ne. Togwa musuubi. We can still help you. Bagambe can be brought to book akusasule sente zo. Obanga inetaka walala alikusasule. So this office can take that initiative to help you to look for Bagambe at Wati Yakuzembe. These people have less spine.
Now into the education sector, over 100 teachers from Kawempe North Division have gathered at Mbogo College to commemorate National Teachers Day, which is slated for the 6th of October. Hajat Farida Nambi, the Kawempe North flag bearer, has urged government teachers to end their ongoing strike, saying it has left many students and parents frustrated.
Kawempe North NRM flag bearer Hajat Nambi has called upon teachers to remain patriotic and committed to strengthening education in the country. She appealed to residents of Kampala to trust in her leadership, promising to advocate for their rights.
All the teachers, everywhere you are, for being the best people and the best patriots that I've ever seen. Now, we know that some of our teachers have challenges. Teachers in public schools who are striking. But we also know the time now is the time for exams. I call upon you teachers, kindly go back and teach as you demand for your demands from government.
Hajat Nambi, who also coordinates the Parish Development Model PDM in Kawempe Division, pledged support to local teachers in accessing development funds.
I am going to work very closely with the teachers of Kawempe North to see to it that they get what they have to get from the different funds that come into our communities. And here I know PDM, which I'm coordinating, Emioga, there is the Women Fund, there is the Youth Fund. There are so many funds that I'm going to help them lobby. I'm going to be their voice to make sure that our teachers are well facilitated.
Some teachers appealed to their colleagues to call off the strike as they wait for the government to address their grievances.
Teachers outside there, I want to urge everybody that we must understand the role of teachers is to groom, is to educate, is to understand that the people they are living today, to us outside there, that the very people are going to handle their children. They are doing it today, but it is a debt. It's going to be paid their own children. Because the very teachers who are leaving others to be outside, to be left outside there because of low payment, are the very people who are going to handle their children in the future.
I appeal to teachers in government schools to humbly request they pull down the strike. We are not stopping the strike, but pull down the strike. Let us join hands to help our students who are going to sit their exams government school. Do the needful, teach what is required, because these kids are the future.
Hajat Farida encouraged teachers to remain dedicated to service.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply. MTN. MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
And into business, the NRM government has been commended for placing emphasis on science and innovation, which has promoted research and led to the manufacturing of various products available on the market.
The Assistant Commissioner for Biomedical and Electromechanical Engineering at the Ministry of Health, Engineer Tadeo Byabagambi, says promoted research will lead to manufacturing of various products.
Manufacturing of medical equipment and medical devices as a calling for our His Excellency the President will be a game changer. If you can reflect back, we did not have local manufacturing of drugs, but because we strengthened the manufacturing of drugs locally, the patients are able to get treatment in time.
He was speaking at the closing ceremony of the Uganda National Association of Medical and Hospital Engineering Seminar at Makerere University.
I am very optimistic that if we can strengthen the local manufacturing of these medical devices, first of all, the expenditure, the investment in those medical devices will be cheaper, because the third one, the human resource capacity to handle those medical equipment will be very, very, very easy.
Dr. Robert Sechitoleko noted that the conference had inspired students to pursue more research and innovation aimed at developing improved medical products.
I happen to have witnessed healthcare systems in Uganda where there were no such people as biomedical engineers who have been trained as biomedical engineers, but rather it had electricians and other engineers, mechanical degree holding graduates in biomedical engineering.
CEO of Vigilant Living, Dr. Jacob Hashin, emphasized creating a supportive working environment for young researchers in sub-Saharan Africa.
Using this to graduate, to get a promotion, to get a grant, it's about helping the people who could be in Chincha, could be in Masaka, could be in Arua, Sabation, someone who really needs just a device and they cannot afford maybe an expensive machine.
A biomedical engineering student at Ernest Cook University, Hilda Nakafelo, encouraged students to engage in research across all areas of study to improve the quality of future products.
Still in business, the Uganda Manufacturers Association Trade Fair UMA has entered the fourth day with target of sustainable industrialization for inclusive growth, empowerment and wealth creation.
We started this company in 2011 with the objective of providing all hygienic tissue papers in all over Uganda. So our main brands are Silky, Softy, Cleano, D5, Silky D5, Printo, all types of tissue papers. So we are toppers in Uganda. Within 15 years, we reached the first position in Kampala, Uganda. We import raw materials, virgin raw material from all over the world, and we convert here and we give it to the public very, very affordable prices. All our major customers, we have covered all major customers, hotels, cleaning companies, major supermarkets, all A to Z, high-end supermarket, something like that. Okay, you have to cut.
We deal in bags, we customize bags, delivery bags. If you have a restaurant, we can make for you a bag, a cooler bag, backpacks. We have laptop bags. We have a lot of bags. So guys, come and support us. Come and reach out. We can't wait to serve you. We have a lot of outlets: Ntinda Capital Shoppers, Mbarara, and Chitintali.
Komodo is a brand that is initially started by a big man, Didas Masco. This Komodo brand came from South America. As you can see, we are here in the 31st Uganda Trade Fair show that is going to take place from 2nd to 12th.
To come and visit our stall so that we can talk about insurance. We want to talk about insurance to make everyone understand that insurance is a friendly service. It is a necessity in life, and we are there to make you love insurance. That is our business.
The Minister of State for Labour, Employment and Industrial Relations, Esther Nyakun, has called upon investors and employers to comply with all labour laws of Uganda, including protection of workers' rights.
Unless you get authorization. This government, and government is government. We have people here who can come here and inspect. They're not coming to stop the factories. It is part of their work. Like now I'm here, it's part of my jurisdiction to come and inspect factories, to come and see and meet the workers. And today we are setting up a conversation between you and the Minister of Gender, so and these unions leaders, so that we work as a team. And you know one thing, for us, our interest as government is decent work. As government, it's productivity, but as business people, for you it is. So when we come here, we want to streamline things where people are able to be attended. It's your responsibility. You also have to know it's my responsibility as a company to take care of this person when she gets injured before they run through court or to the labor officers. I'm very surprised the labor officer is not here. But the most important thing is, like, we want to appreciate you, all of you, our investors who are here, and the employers of the workers who are in this industry park. And I'm impressed we have 3,500. Yeah. We know you're still expanding and you still have room for that. And also making sure that...
And over to Gulu. In our sports world, Gulu City has witnessed excitement as Premier Distilleries Limited brought its Bikolema Savo campaign to Main Street. Bikolema Savo, which features on UBC TV, is a campaign that rewards customers who in Gulu have won several goodies, including tuk-tuks and border motorcycles.
As Premier Distiller Limited marks 25 years of serving its esteemed customer, excitement swept through Layibi Trading Center in Pajela Road Division, Gulu City, when the company brought the Bikole Musavo promotions to their doorsteps. The Bikole Musavo promotion is not only about buying and consuming Premier Distilled products, but also about supporting individuals and improving livelihoods.
Simon Lokodo. Oh, congratulations. This is for you to go. See, this is the reality. We are not bluffing anyone. We are celebrating and we are giving really.
Simon Lokodo, a taxi operator who traveled all the way from Abim district, could not hide his excitement as he walked away with a brand new tuk-tuk.
I'm going to use it in my farm. I'm going to use it at home, just for home use only. I don't do with business. Because with me, I'm a driver. He'll be taking my people to the garden, bringing them what? Back home. Then I'll open my business. If I get some little money, I'll open my wholesale shop for Coffee Spirit to promote it. I'm going to promote by opening what? A wholesale shop for it.
Emmanuel Dongpeng, a security guard in Gulu City, was equally overjoyed after winning a brand new Bajaj motorcycle, saying transporting his only child to school will no longer be a challenge.
I want a bike, Bajaj, or a bike here in Gulu City through drinking coffee, which it was coffee spirit, but right now it's a coffee vodka flavored and Simba. So I want a border bike, which I'll be using it for taking my daughter to school. You know, I have a place to go to doctor, so paying border was a problem to me, so I'll be doing it. So.
Speaking during the annual ceremony, Patricia Mesh, a Premier Distiller representative in Gulu, emphasized the company's commitment to both fun and empowerment.
We want to hear, everyone want to be here, we want to give everyone. The only thing you have to buy the coffee and Simba. And we are giving very quality products in the market.
As the heartbeat of the company, Premier Distiller Limited says its continuous stand strong with its customer to make its 25-year service journey meaningful, with over 400,000 Ugandans participating and more than 100,000 winners registered in the Bikole Musavo promotions. Parisha Mesh believes this is the best way to give back to the people who keep the company running, their customer. Stephen Okello for UBC TV in Gulu.
That's all we had time for. Thank you once again for being with us. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mgalu Mohammed on Sign Language. Thank you once again from the entire news team. It's a good night, but UBC continues.